Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 1 of week 2 of the Suicune research event, and that means we've got to wrap up last week before we can move on to next week. I did use the candies last night. I went ahead and used them on Raichu as suggested in the comments, and then I realized that Raichu gets Ingredient Finder at level 50, so definitely going to have to make sure that its pack stays full when we get there. But we did get 100 sleep points, puts us at a grand total of 879. The last chance bundles are now available if you are so inclined. And for our daily lottery, we're going to grab one Poke Biscuit, which we desperately need after how many biscuits we have spent over the last week. All right, all that done, let's jump into this sleep report. Hopefully get the slumbering type, because that would help skew towards the water types and skew towards the Suicune potential natural spawn that I keep hoping for and has just yet to happen. So with 9 hours 25 minutes of sleep, I'm slowly getting my sleep back on track. That looks like a balanced if I've ever seen one. Possibly dozing. Yeah, that's a dozing. All right, not good at all, but that does mean we should have a decent amount of drowsy power. About 200 million, I would say. Didn't get extra tasty lunch, but I did get an extra tasty dinner, and that pushed me almost to Master 18. I was about 40 grand away, so I just unfortunately wasn't going to be able to make it. I really wanted to hit Master 18 after getting that close, but no dice. But we did get 213.4 million drowsy power. That is definitely a record without a good sleep day boost. This is the best that I have done on my own. So, yes, very nice. Ooh, a top-belly Graveler. We got a lot of Pokemon here. Victory Bell, Houndour, Krogunk, which we could use a better one. Slowpoke. Got that natural Suicune. I seen it. All right, so we've got Houndour, Victory Bell, Squirtle, Graveler, Slowpoke, Victory Bell. Ooh, shiny Shuppet, Suicune, and Krogunk. I know exactly what we're going to put that daily lottery biscuit to use for. All right. 35,388 dream shards so far. Man, for a second, I saw the head crest and my brain jumped straight to Victini. Definitely not. Meowscarada, very nice. Is this the first Meowscarada? It might be. It is. A talented let's scratch that, start over. A talented magician, Meowscarada very occasionally attempts to perform magic while it sleeps, but the performance never seems to go as planned. I almost said a talented musician. Wow. Wow. My brain. Super smooth. Hungry Graveler. Hungry shiny Shuppet. Hungry Houndour. Suicune, of course, is not hungry. That's bad. It's not what we wanted. We want that Suicune to be hungry. Of course, I've already fed the Shuppet a little bit, but that's fine. It is what it is. All right. Definitely taking that shiny Shuppet home with us today. All right, and now for this Suicune. Let's see, how many new inventory has been added? Very nice. All right, so we do have the cheap biscuits. The question is, can we get away with it? Can we get away with it? All right, so let's buy the cheap ones first. We know we're gonna need at least 2 of them. So let's go ahead and buy those. Wow, let's go ahead and buy them. Don't give a Poke Biscuit. I almost messed up big time. All right, so Suicune Biscuit number 1. We're gonna try to catch this. No big hit, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, let's try again. Come on. Hey, there we go. Now all I need is for you to not be full. Please don't be full. Please don't be full. Please don't be full. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yes, there we go. Nice. Caught a Suicune on the cheap. Now watch this be a crit cap. Nope. That would have been funny. Annoying, but funny. There we go. All right. Well, I think we're done. I think we're done here today. No, we're not. I still haven't even used my bonus biscuit. What am I talking about? Okay. Well, we do need a better hound hour too. A better crow gunk would also be nice. But I feel like we're doing pretty good on oil, and the hound hour's hungry. We'll worry about crow gunk later. So we'll just take the hound hour home, and then we'll call it a day. There we go. Very, very nice. All right, a good sleep research. Finally, for a Monday research, this is probably the best Monday research I've ever had in the entire year-long history of this series. So, very nice. As much as I want to show off the shiny Shuppet, I know that people are going to be upset if I don't send out the Suicune candy, so we're definitely going to send that out. And then we are going to grab our 105 mains. So today's research paid for the 2 biscuits I bought, so no worries. We're all good. All right. And let's go ahead and move on. I did use a luck incense last night as well, expecting to get a decent amount of dream shards. So how much did we actually get? 10,300 research XP. I will take that for sure. 43,764 dream shards, which I did need because I had to spend about 60k leveling up that Raichu. So definitely nice to make most of that back pretty quickly. But all right, let's go ahead and check out how good this shiny Shuppet is. It's level 15 in Calm, and I think Calm is speed of help down, so that might be bad. But we've got oil, and ginger. Shuppet is a berry specialist, so we're looking for some helping speed, berry finding. Inventory up is okay, but not really what we want, especially to double up on it. Skill trigger M, also not really what we're looking for. Sleep XP bonus, There it is. And helping speed. Only one of these subskills is actually what we're looking for, and I'm pretty sure the nature is speed of help down, cause it is. Yay. All right, well, that's about how shinies go. I don't think we could expect anything more from a shiny other than for it to be just the worst. I was so excited for a shiny Shuppet. And then here we are. This is definitely not gonna be good. I mean, we already see how bad it is. Helping speed's gonna pick it up a little bit, but I'm gonna say probably no more than a PR 10. I doubt helping speed is gonna be able to pull it above a 10. Also, this is running super slow, so we may just have to move on, and I may have to do these off camera because this is only level 75 and it's taking this long. So we definitely don't want to be sitting here for 15 minutes just for this to happen, but I do know there have been a few issues with the site lately. Oh, there we go. Now it's moving. We crashed the site in the live stream from a couple of days ago, so maybe there's a lot of heavy traffic on the site and it's causing it to slow down, so we might just have to move on, but it actually looks like we're already on to level 100 and it's chugging along. All right, we might be okay. We can let this one run out. For now, we just get to admire the beautiful shiny that really doesn't like me because it is not at all what it needed to be. It is trying to be a skill specialist, but it's also calm, so that's not good. Well, we're gonna go ahead and put it in the box because it's a shiny. We're gonna keep it, so we'll go ahead and put it in the box. We just need to figure out what the final rating is gonna be. Yeah, helping speed barely helped at all. Pretty safe to say that's a PR 5. Pretty safe to say, and let's try to get better about this. I've said it before, but I'm gonna try to get better about naming them as we go. B5, and that's it, because there is no berry finding, no helping bonus, nothing. This is just a B5. Yep, let's go ahead and move on. All right, well, maybe bad luck with Shuppet means good luck for Suicune, so let's see. Where is Suicune? There you are. Level 27 and gentle. Ooh, level 27 is nice. Let's see, what do we got? Apple, and oil. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, what about our sub skills? How are we looking there? Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Okay. This could be good. Oh, this could be very good. Ooh, one subskill seed right now could put that inventory up to L. All we need is skill level up at 100. It would suck to have to wait that long, but ingredient finder, it's whatever. We got a long ways to go before we get ingredient finder. Skill trigger is really the main thing, and for gentle nature, it is main skill chance up. I believe our Suicune hunt may be over. We might be done, because this is already going to be very good. Yeah. Let's check at 25. Let's see. 25. 2.7 skill triggers per day already. And that's before we do sub-skill seed for skill trigger. Hopefully get that one. If not, we get inventory up L, so really not the worst case scenario. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to the best it could possibly be. 2.7 with skill trigger M, which we do have that, but we don't have helping bonus. But we do get helping speed at 50. So at 50, how are we looking? 2.9. The best is still one extra skill trigger per day. But the odds of finding this going to be very low. Only a 10% chance of finding something better at level 50. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're finding this one without serious investment in master biscuits and incense. So I don't think that's happening. I think this is the best we're gonna do for a while, and this is a very good one to have. The energy recovery down, but on the right team that won't matter. So could be very good. It will take a lot of main skill seeds to really power up that helper boost, but also at the same time, we don't really use our legendaries all that much. Like, I've got a pretty decent Raikou and okay Entei. Hardly ever use them because I'm never in a position to really just not do anything while I overstack for a couple weeks. So maybe if we actually get to that point, we could invest some main skill seeds, but getting the really skill level up would have been the big thing. If I could have got that at level 75, that would have been the real big ticket item for me. But honestly, PR 92, and that's before we even invest in it, we're looking pretty good already. So we're gonna go ahead and save this one. Our Suicune hunt is over, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. This is actually better than the Raikou we caught. The Raikou we caught was 65 PR. I haven't rated it in a while, but when we first caught it, rated it, I think it was around 65, and with 2 sub-skill seeds, it would make it 85. So that was just all that we could do to make it as good as it could be, and it'll be 85. Suicune's starting out at 91, it looks like. Already doing better than the Raikou. So, plus, it works with my boy Blastoise, so you know I'm happy about that. But all right, so this looks like it's gonna be 90 or 91. I want to try to let it go a little bit longer before I make the call, but also getting apples and apples. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It is a skill specialist, so not that big a deal on the ingredient spread. Come on, buddy. I need you to move it along. Let's see, at level 75, 3.2 a day. The gap does widen more and more as it levels up, but with a legendary, you really just got to take what good you can get. There's not really a whole lot of hunting a better one. So for what it is, this one's actually pretty good, and it's looking like it's going to end up being 91. Fortunately, no helping bonus, but not bad. Not bad. We'll also have to take a look at this sometime and see what it would look like with max investment, because I bet it would be a lot better. But we're looking pretty consistent on skills 91. So S91. Gonna go ahead and lock that one in because I think that's what it's gonna be. Yep. There we go. All right, very good. Our Suicune hunt is over. We can now use all of those mains for whatever we want, unless we just want to get more Suicunes for more XP and dream shards, which we probably will do. Probably spend some mains on incense just to get some more juicy XP and dream shards. So let's go ahead and move on. Hopefully Hound Hour treats us just as nicely, because I do still need a better Hound Hour. Also gentle, so that's not good. It's not what we want on Hound Hour. We want helping speed up. But we've got herb and double ginger. Not bad. Let's see. How are we looking on these sub skills though? We do have berry finding, but it's after inventory up M and L. We get berry finding, we get skill level up, and there it is. And helping speed all the way at the end. But gentle is kind of not what we're looking for necessarily. This one's not bad, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think this one's bad. It's just not quite what we were looking for. And berry finding is so far away that I don't think we're going to invest in this one. I think we're going to try to find a better one. We do have the two things we want. We have helping speed and berry finding, but really, ingredient finding down would have been a lot better. I think I'd be happy if it was main skill chance up, ingredient finding down. I think that really would have made this one fine. Which one? Careful nature. A careful nature I think would have been all right with this. I mean, obviously, yes, we want adamant to get the speed of help up and the ingredients down, but if we can't get adamant and it had to be main skill chance up with ingredient finding down wouldn't have been bad. Pretty much any time you can turn ingredient finding down with a berry specialist is a good idea, but unfortunately didn't work with this one. And this one's looking like it's just kind of middle of the road, and I'm pretty sure the one that I have already is better than this. So yeah, and we're back to running pretty slow too on the calculation page. So I think we're gonna let this one run in the background. Pretty sure we're sending this to the professor. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move on. We'll let it run in the background so that you guys can see the final total. And yeah, we'll move on and get into week 2, because we do have a lot to do before we can get to breakfast. And I wanna make sure we have plenty of time for that. All right, so let's go ahead and choose our next research site. I did think about it yesterday, and I have decided. I know where I want to go, but I also forgot about the weekly summary yet again a year later, and I still forget about the weekly summary pretty much every week. So let's get the weekly summary done. For week 59, Master 17, 2,134,444 final strength with 466,522 gains from berries and 1,667,922 total gains from cooking. An overall sleep grade of S, not bad. 6 small handy candies, I will take that. Not bad at all. But we're not going to Lapis. I'm not sure why it's there. We are going to Cyan Beach for a couple of reasons. There are more water types that spawn here, sort of. There's less types that aren't water types that spawn here, I should say. And we still need a good Totodile and a good Wooper. So they all can spawn here. Suicune can spawn here. Figured this was the place to go. We got some random berries. We got Pecha and I think that's Figgy berries. And then of course this Snorlax is bigger than before. So this Snorlax should start at, yes, Ultra 1. And we got curries and stews. Ooh, curries and stews is actually pretty interesting. That is very interesting. All right, so we're gonna get 10 diamonds for going to bed on time. Very nice. And the 1 week rental period for my Good Camp set has ended. I did know that. I got the notification for it right before I started recording. I was hoping to get breakfast with it, but unfortunately didn't make it in time. A double skill trigger from the Suicune we had on the team already. That's nice. So that means we can go ahead and collect all of this. Ingredient magnet there is good. It'll help with a little bit of extra ingredients. It didn't really end last night with a whole lot to make anything really specific. So I'm not actually sure what breakfast we're gonna make. Another ingredient magnet is very good, especially at level 7. That's very good. Looks like the Hound Hour settled on a PR of 52. So yeah, probably, definitely looking like we're gonna send that one to the professor. But all right, so I'm not sure what we're going to be able to make for curries, but I got distracted with all the other stuff. There is no new news, no medals, but we do have community reports. And we're going to pick up about 49 of them. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 that doubled up. Very nice. Oh no. Okay, I thought I'd double hit the next button. All right, we got 36 Suicune mains. Looks like all level 5s. Looks like. Yep. All level 5s. Very good. All right. And no level ups today. We're doing pretty good on this Suicune research. All right. We already collected from everybody. I'm over here zooming around like I need to collect from all my Pokemon. I've already done that. What happens when you get ahead of yourself? Okay, so what can we do here? Best we can do is... Oh no, the Drought Katsu Curry. Really? That's the best we can do? Yikes. Okay, well, I mean, if that's the best we can do, we don't have time to get other ingredients for anything else. I've already used the ingredient tickets from yesterday just to try to get a little bit of extra stuff, but seems like it was not enough. So yeah, let's see. I guess we'll make the Drought Katsu Curry. I suppose one subpar meal is not the worst scenario. We'll throw in all these eggs. We're not gonna need them. And we'll throw in a bunch of tomatoes. Okay. Speaking of meals, it's about time for some new recipes, I think. Feel like it's about that time. When was the last time we got a new recipe? I wanted to say dessert week, but that wasn't it. We got more recipes after that, I think. But either way, it's been a while. 12,316 seems so insignificant compared to the 60,000 we were getting last week. But it's only this one time. We're going to set the team up so we don't have to worry about it moving forward. Okay. At least we're starting off with a stronger than normal Snorlax. So we already started at Ultra 1, so maybe that will help make up for the subpar breakfast. We are at Ultra 2, which is good. That does mean that we should have completed a couple of missions. Not from the week 2. From week 2, as a reminder, Ultra 5, Master 2, Master 5 all get us some mains, 20, 30, and 40 respectively. Use 100 candies to get 50 more mains, and go to bed on time 3 times, cook 12 times for some more mains, 50 each. So, grade 2, well, we just got that one auto-completed. No worries there. Hey, Totodile instance at Master 3, that's what I'm looking for. Cool. And then the rest should be pretty easy. Don't know if we'll be doing the last 2 this week. That's a lot of biscuits. And I'm not sure that I want to spend that much. But should be pretty easy. Okay, let's get this team set up. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. So let me actually switch to the recipe calculator tab, because that actually shows what my meals are currently at. Let's see. What can we do for curries? Do we have the herbs that we need to be able to make this work? We might. We might now. Thanks to, let's see. Let's go ahead and check out herbs. Thanks to you. Actually, I think we might. We might. And with the dragon berries, we're gonna be, yeah, I think this is a solid choice. Oh, but we don't have the good camp ticket, so we won't be able to make it. Okay, so no. Cancel that. Let's instead, yeah, let's make the Dream Eater butter curry. This will give us a chance to bring in I already know exactly who's on the team. You probably know too, but this will be a perfect chance for us to show off and level up our very good shiny Victory Bell. Oh, it's already leveled up. I thought it was a Bellsprout, but I forgot I evolved it. So we'll put that on the team. That'll bring in plenty of tomatoes. And then for potatoes, you already know who's coming. It's gonna be our potato cat. Where you at? There you are. That should be plenty of potatoes. I don't know. Might want to get this one to level 50 pretty soon. Maybe. Just for that ingredient finder. Just maybe. And then, of course, anytime I need milk and cocoa, you know exactly who it is. Plus, that'll help with the favored berries. So that leaves a couple of slots. Pretty sure we're going to have Gardevoir. Swap this out. Yeah, Gardevoir is going to stay on the team. Now the question is, do we want to throw Raichu on the team for the berries? Or Suicune on the team for the skill? And I think the fact that we only have one water type on the team means we go Raichu for the berries. But let's double check, because the favored berries are kind of weird this time around. And since we learned that handy dandy trick about the Pokemon box, let's go ahead and check that out again. Now we can view configuration. We'll go berry strength, make sure that's selected here. We are on Cyan Beach, but don't have... Oh, we do have Pecha berries, but the other one was the Figgy berry. So... Oh! Marowak actually outperforms Raichu because of the favored berries. Nice. Very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and throw Marowak on the team then. Where you at, buddy? Wait. There you are. That's the right one, ain't it? Yes. Ginger, Cocoa, Ginger. So Marowak will bring in 27,950 versus Raichu's 22,378. So in this situation, Marowak is the better one to put on the team. All right, well, you know what? I do think I'm going to switch that back. I'm going to put Victory Bell in slot 1. Just for my own personal thing, because then I can see the Victory Bell whenever I go to the sleeping screen. All right, so that's going to be the team. We should have no trouble getting these ingredients. We might actually get them to a point with how good all of these Pokemon are. We might get them to a point where we could actually swap out for more berry specialists, in which case we will be swapping in Raichu, looks like Dugtrio, and possibly Walrein as well, depending on how far we get on our ingredients. But for now, this is the plan, to run with these guys to make the Dream Eater Butter Curry, because again, we don't have the good camp ticket. I could, instead of Marowak, swap in Flareon for a minute, let Flareon get a skill trigger, then swap Marowak back out and try to do the Kima Curry that way, but that's just too much swapping in and out, and then also trying to worry about getting 4 different ingredients that have no synergy across any Pokemon, whereas with this, I actually have the synergy between Blastoise with the cocoa and milk. So for that reason, I think Dream Eater Butter Curry is just going to be more consistent and easier to manage. I'm going to have a pretty full week, so I'm not really going to have the time to just sit here and micromanage everything. So for now, this is the plan. We're going to go Dream Eater Butter Curry. If we can get to a point where we are good and can swap in berry finders, might even start swapping in some of the other ingredient finders to make sure we have enough of these ingredients for Sunday. But other than that, not worried about the Kima Curry. So that is going to be the plan. We could make lunch now, but that would be silly because we don't have the ingredients we need to make what we want. So no lunch, but we're starting off very strong. We've got our brand new Suicune. Hopefully your Monday has gone as well as mine. This is the first time I've had, like I said, it's the first Monday sleep research that has gone this well, but hopefully the rest of the week goes just as well. So that said, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click the join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and join a fantastic community. Other than that, y'all have a good night, a great week, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 of week 2 of the Suicune research event. We had a really good day yesterday. Maybe today will be just as nice. Probably not, but I'm hoping. But we are going to start off with 15 honey for going to bed on time. We're also going to grab 24,892 sneaky snacking. We are also going to hit, I believe this is Master 1. No, Master 2. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Still don't have the 8 spawns yet today, I don't believe. I forget exactly where it is on Cyan Beach, but we probably will have it tomorrow. But we are going to get 100 sleep points, puts us at 9,079 or 979, and maybe we'll get to 1,000 tomorrow. And then for our daily lottery, we are gonna grab a medium ingredient ticket. That's actually very nice. 30 ingredients all at once. Spoiled me more. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. Let's see what we get. Hopefully something very nice. I mean, a shiny Suicune would be nice. We caught a really good one yesterday, which you may see again a little bit later, but a shiny one would also be nice. 8.5 hours of sleep, getting back on track to what I should be getting. That is a lot of snoozing sleep, so that's probably a snoozing type. It is, which doesn't help with the mains. I wanted Cyan Beach for more water types for the mains, but it is pseudo balanced, so maybe we'll still get something nice. We could use a Totodile, we could use a Wooper, all kinds of stuff that we could need. So maybe we'll find something nice. Only 27.2 million, which feels kind of low compared to the 200 and something yesterday. But that's how the game goes. We do have that adorable Eevee down there, no top bellies, and we've got a game that's running slow, maybe. No, all right, there we go. Well, I mean, Croconaws here, not quite what I was looking for. But we've got Slowpoke, Rattata, Croconaws, Wartortle, 2 Eevees, and a Quaxly. Quaxly's pretty interesting, but I don't really know that we need one. Maybe we need an ABB Quaxly? I don't remember. I don't remember which Quaxly we have already. But all right. Nobody's hungry. That is unfortunate. We do, of course, still need better Eevees. I'm just checking really quick to see the Quaxly that I have, if it is the one that we want or if we need to find some more. So for the Quaxly, we have an AAB, which is not what we want. It is very good, but not what we wanted. And the Quaxwell is AAA. So we do need to catch another Quaxly. We need to try and find that ABB because it seems like it's going to be better for leaks than Dugtrio. So probably not the worst catch. Where is the Quaxly? Oh, that Croconaw already 1 point away. We might as well just take that. Okay, well, that's an easy choice then. If it's only 1 away, might as well. With any luck, that will be the Feraligatr we're looking for. We're not super worried about the inventory space or the main skill level that we would get from evolving from a Totodile to a Croconaw. So not the worst case scenario. But all right, Quaxly, it's up to you now to save the day. 1 more biscuit. Okay, now just don't be full. That's all we need is for you to not be full. Well, that's unfortunate, which means we still have our bonus biscuit to give out to somebody. I could catch the Rattata, but I think I'm just gonna feed an Eevee. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna feed an Eevee and I'm just gonna let it go. I want to save some more biscuits. I don't want to use too many today. We still have to make it through the rest of the week. And with Eevee, we could catch it now since there are 2 of them. There's no concern if one of them gets full. We just feed the other one and catch at least one, but not really in that much of a rush to catch it right now. I think we're going to send out the Quaxly candy. It's probably the more valuable candy out of all of these. That or the Eevee. Either one I think would be pretty decent. But then we've got 48 mains from this research, so not bad. Only 1,432 research XP and 2,797 dream shards. So not bad for a Tuesday. but definitely could have been better. But we only got one Pokemon. It's level 20 and Lax, which I don't recall if Lax is neutral or something else. We've got Croconaw with Sausage, Oil, Sausage, and I mean, Helping Speed is good, but Skill Trigger S is not quite what we're looking for. Inventory up, Skill Trigger M, Ingredient Finder. This Croconaw wants to be a skill specialist, except for its main skill, or its nature destroys its main skill. So this is actually not good at all. Not even remotely. This is why it's better to just catch Totodiles. I mean, the Helping Speed does help, but it's definitely not something we're going to invest in. And we already have a Croconaw that's pretty decent that doesn't have berry finding. So this would just take its place if it was slightly better, but it's not. This one is not slightly better than the other one. So this one is going to the professor, but at least the calculations are running a lot faster than yesterday. So that's good. We can figure out pretty quickly just how bad it is. So that's, yeah, probably going to settle around PR 60. Maybe 61. What are we going to do? Are we going to bounce up to 61 or are we going to stay at 60? This is just, I'm having the worst luck with the Totodile line. I don't even know what to do anymore. I just got to keep catching them, obviously, but man, you'd think I'd get at least one candidate that was somewhat decent. Yeah, PR 61, going straight to the professor. It's not as good as the other one. I'm pretty sure the other one was like 78 or something like that. So neither of them I want to actively invest in. I just want a better Totodile so that I can actively invest, and it needs to have at least berry finding. So here's hoping we can find one this week, but it's early in the week, so we still got the rest of it to figure out if we can find us a good Totodile. But for now, we're gonna send that Croconaw to the professor, and we're gonna move on. We have no new news, but we do have some community reports. There's gonna be 38 of them, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that doubled up. That's pretty good out of 38. It's not bad. It's good odds. 26 mains. Looks like all level 5 friends again. Cool. That to be expected. All right. So now we can move on to the meat and potatoes of everything. We've got no skill triggers at all. That's a bad sign. It's not a good start to the day when Gardevoir doesn't get a single skill trigger. We do have the Victory Bell skill trigger though, which is very good. Victory Bell bringing in a ton of tomatoes for us. How many is that? 28? Nice. Nice. I think that's pretty much 2 meals worth of tomatoes right there. This one right here, I forgot about its main skill, actually helping us out and getting that pot space increase. It's not a high enough level that we can use it for the curry, but it's an interesting combination that we could do. Unfortunately, potatoes aren't used in the Keema curry, so it would just kind of be the same scenario as Flareon, where we'd have to have it on the team in addition to everything else, and it's not quite gonna work. I wish it would, but not quite. If we had a recipe that needed potatoes that went above 57, that would be fantastic. But like I was saying yesterday, I think it's time for new recipes, so maybe that could be one of them. That would be nice. Give us some synergy there. But all right, that is everybody. No, we're missing you. I don't know why I'm worried about it, because your inventory is full and I have left it full on purpose. So never mind, that is everyone. So let's go ahead and get breakfast up and running. And not auto cook. Ooh, that was close. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. My poor heart can't take it. All right, let's throw in a couple of oil. Why not? And then with any luck, we'll get an extra tasty. Help make up for that breakfast. No extra tasty. All right, I think we can give up on the extra tasty to make up for that breakfast. We did get 39,454, which is a lot better than yesterday's meal. It's a lot better and a lot closer to that 60,000 we were getting last week. But it's it's pretty much the best we can do all week outside of Sunday. So not too bad. Not bad at all. Okay. That puts us in Master 3, and now we can check the pantry and see how we're looking on our ingredients for the rest of the week. Yeah, Snorlax to Master 3. Okay, curries and stews. Potatoes, we're still slacking. I have not had a situation yet where I've had to make it something else because of the potatoes, but every time I've checked, the potatoes have been lacking. We do have enough tomatoes. We could swap out Victory Bell for something else if we wanted. Same with the cocoa, but the milk is not where we need it to be. So we're gonna let that run. I kind of goofed by using all the milk in the meals on Sundays, but I did not expect to be making Dream Eater butter curry. So it's one of those, you know, hindsight's 2020 things. If I'd have known then what I know now, things would be different. But unfortunately, it is what it is. We do need to keep Blastoise on the team for the milk, or we could swap in the other Blastoise to get a ton of milk. Actually, that's the right call. Let's do that. So let's go ahead and swap the team around just a little bit. We're going to put in the other Blastoise, Mr. AAA. You are... Yes, you are going to... You're going to get some special treatment. We're actually going to level you up. We're going to try to get you to 30. Not quite there. Not quite there yet. So... that means it's time for us to pull up our handy dandy calculator. Let's see, we're looking for Pokemon EXP calculator. We want to go to the EXP table and we want to plug in. All right, let's go ahead and cancel. We are currently at level 27 with XP to next level is 567. And we currently own 52 candies. So what do we need to get to level 30? Just 9 small handy candies? That's a solid bet. Let's do it. We have plenty. Getting this guy... Ooh, that's way too much. Getting this guy to level 30 would significantly help with our milk production. There's no mini candy boosts that I have to worry about, so this is exactly what we need. We are going to drop about 8,000 dream shards on it, but that's all right. We'll get it back pretty quickly. We're still not below 300,000, which is good. It's kind of a nice little threshold if we can keep above that for the most part and save those for higher investments. So we're in a pretty good spot. Got that swapped out. Let's go ahead and swap out the Victory Bell, and we're going to do a thing. We're going to do a silly, goofy thing that actually makes a lot of sense. We're going to go ahead. We're going to come back to this Suicune from yesterday. And we're going to... I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Actually, you know what? Let's not do it here. Let's do it in the box. It'll be much easier that way. We're going to pull it up in the box. Where are you? There you are. It is this one. All right. So everybody was telling me yesterday that apparently I was mistaken. I was under the impression that since we already have inventory up M at 75 and we have inventory S at 25, that I could just use the subskill seed and jump straight to inventory up L. That was the last information that I had heard on this situation, but granted that has been some months, so maybe there was a change that I missed that makes it to where that doesn't happen. But that does mean that this subskill seed should be guaranteed to hit the skill trigger, which it did. So now we can test a thing. We'll use one more and see if it tells me no. Okay, it does in fact tell me no. So that was just my misunderstanding based on, I'm assuming, outdated information. Like I said, months ago I was told that it would work, but apparently that is incorrect. So let me go ahead and correct that now. Does not work. We just tested it. We know for a fact it doesn't work. So good on everybody in the comments. Appreciate you letting me know. I was unaware of that fact. So now that we've got this to skill trigger M, not S, skill trigger M, let's go ahead and update it, and we can run the calculation again by clicking this little magnifying glass here and go ahead and set that to run all the way to 100. Significantly better with just one subskill seed. But again, at level 50, if we do one more, I mean, it can't get any better, but it will be better. So currently at level 25, we are looking at three skill triggers per day on average. And then I believe this page is affected by the boost. So let's go ahead and make sure the not map bonuses, event bonuses. That's the one. Actually, I don't have the boost currently set. So 3 a day is what we're looking at, but let's go ahead and set it with the boost and see what we're looking at effectively during the event. So once we get 25, we can check. It was 2.99. What are we looking at now? 3.89, essentially 4 skill triggers per day, which is only about half 0.5 away from the best case scenario. So we're actually in a really good spot. This is 99. I'm going to go ahead and rename it to S99. And one thing I want to do that I think is a good thing, I haven't done it with any of my other skill Pokemon yet, but I think it's a good thing for me to know, is to go ahead and set what their current skill trigger expectations are. I think that would help me in my information. Yeah, 99 very easily, went very quickly there. So let's go ahead and turn the event bonuses back off and then calculate it one more time. I just need to go to 25. I just want to see what its current expectation is. 2.993. So, ooh, actually, no, I just realized I can't do that. I can't do that. Never mind. Because the game only lets you do 3 numbers. So if I try to do, even if I just try to do 2.9, yeah, it won't work. That's unfortunate. Maybe there's a way to word that differently. If you got any ideas on what I could put in here to word that differently, I could just round it up and say 3x. I could do that, but that doesn't help with the ones that are closer to 2.5, 2.3. I'd really like at least 1 decimal place, but I don't think it's gonna work. So I'm just gonna leave it as S99 for now. If you've got an idea on how I can somehow incorporate the number of skill triggers in there, let me know. Or maybe there's some other relevant information that I'm missing, but I don't think there is. That's really all that helpful. I mean, I feel like S99 pretty effectively communicates what I'm looking for outside of the exact number of skill triggers I should expect. But then again, maybe I don't really need it. But the odds of catching one better than this now are just 0.992%. So yeah, there's pretty much almost not a better Suicune out there, and a fantastic catch. And now we've got it on the team. We'll see how it performs today. I could get it to level 30, but would that really do me any good? I mean, it's more apples. More apples. I like more apples. Maybe. Maybe. I really wish I could invest in that inventory up. I do want more inventory, but it is what it is. We're going to leave it the way it is for now. We're going to leave the team like it is. We're going to get enough milk. If I can get enough milk for the rest of the week in the next couple of days, that would be really good. And then we could take that Blastoise off the team. That would be really good. But we'll just have to wait and see how things go. For now, we need to collect our mission rewards. We did get to Ultra 5, which is another 20 mains. We got to Master 2, which is another 30 mains. And the rest should be pretty easy. We've used quite a few candies today. It'll be easy to use the rest of them, possibly even on that Suicune. Ultra 4, we got Dream Cluster, and for Master 3, we got the Totodile instance, which we could use now, tonight. We might do that. Might do that. I desperately want a better Totodile. I need something, but we'll just have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. But for now, that is going to be it. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button and get early access to the videos and a shout out in the videos. While you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box and come join the community of Pokemon Sleep players. Hang out, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. And other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 on Cyan Beach. I'm just completely speechless as to what and where we are. Anyway, it's day 4. We're on Cyan Beach. So we are in the middle of the Suicune research event, week 2, and that sleep score is very, very low, and it's for a very particular reason. It's because if you did not see, we did not have a video last night or yesterday, because the night before I had something come up and I did not get to sleep until very late. It was so late, in fact, that it was past 4 a.m. So technically I had 2 sleep sessions yesterday according to the game. So that's why this one's going to be a little bit lacking, but maybe we'll still get something nice. We are going to start off with 20,052 sneaky snacking because our Marowak is putting in some serious work. And we're going to get a recovery incense, which is good because I did use it that night that I went to bed really late, knowing that I wasn't going to get a full amount of sleep. But let's go ahead and grab our 29 sleep points. It'll add up with our 71 that I did get. And so that means that we did technically get a full 100, kind of, in a way, but it doesn't really matter. But we got 1,079 grand total sleep points. And for the daily lottery, a small dream cluster. Very nice. I do need those. Those will be very good whenever we are ready for them. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report, into my nap, as it were, according to the game. So let's see, that means we aren't going to get a bonus biscuit. We're also only going to get the 29 score. So we're going to multiply our drowsy power by 29. 9 hours, 45 minutes of sleep. It only tracked the little bit. Yep, that's about right. Ooh. That is looking pretty balanced to me. Yeah, balanced sleep type, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so what does that mean for our drowsy power? We were at master 8, I believe, but times 21 is so little it's hard to tell. 17.5 million. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. I mean, we still did get a full 8 spawns, but I did use an incense, so I guess that makes sense. I wasn't expecting 8 spawns, to be honest with you. Well, I was about to be excited that there's a Totodile, but I used a Totodile incense. So we got Totodile, Squirtle, Slowpoke, Igglybuff, Pikachu, Wooper, Golduck, and Pikachu. Okay, so kind of interesting. Nothing really too crazy. So let's see, is anybody hungry? Anybody hungry? Golduck, of course you're hungry. You're not the one I want to be hungry. We don't have a bonus biscuit either. We're not in a good place right now. This is why I don't like naps. I don't like not having my bonus biscuit. It is such a valuable tool for free players to have that bonus biscuit to really help out. And with only 9 Poke Biscuits, it makes it very difficult to know exactly what I want to do. I mean, of course I want to try to feed the Totodile. We used an incense for it. We might as well try. Just not really too thrilled about not having a bonus biscuit. Having that bonus biscuit would really be nice right about now, but it is what it is. Let's see. We do have 340 diamonds. We could get the volume 1 bundle. I might do that, but for now, I think I'm going to leave the Totodile as is. Odds are we're not going to catch it. Might as well just leave it there so that I can catch it with a singular bonus biscuit next time we do see it. And then we'll set Wooper up the same. Unless we get a crit cap. Nope. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know that I really care to do anything else. Yeah, the Golduck's hungry, but we already have a really good Psyduck. Not really worried about it. Everything else is fine. We don't need it. Yeah, we're not going to catch anything today, but that's fine. That's fine. That's what happens when you do a nap. At least in my experience. Okay, we're gonna send out, let's send out some Wooper candy. Wooper's still pretty fresh, so we'll make sure everybody's got plenty with my 1 extra candy that I'm sending out. All right. So 996 research XP, 1,414 dream shards. Very, very small amount. Yep, I mean, it's going about as well as I expected it to, with it being a second sleep of the day. But we should be back on track starting tomorrow. We have no new news. We do have some community reports. We've got 45 of them. Very nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 that doubled up. Very nice. It's always lovely to hit 20. And we got 32 mains. I did get a decent amount of mains yesterday. I forget exactly how much, but I got one that was a non-level 5 friend. Funny enough, that same non-level 5 friend also doubled up on the candy. So it looks like all of these are all level 5s. We got 32 more mains. That's good. We're in a really good place on mains. And we are coming to the end of the week. It may be time to start trying to figure out what we're going to use those mains for. If we're going to do more incense just for the dream shards and XP, which I think is a good idea. So we've still got 4 nights. Yeah, we've got 4 nights left. So now would be the time to do that if we're going to. But we'll look at that a little bit later. For now, let's get our one singular skill trigger. Also, bad news. Tuesday, whenever I made the big changes to the team to, you know, get this one on the team to really help out. 0 skill triggers from this guy. This one right here. This one that's trying to walk away. 0. This one right here. 1 the entire day. I had 2 skill triggers the entire day. One of them was Gardevoir. The other one was Masquerada. Masquerada was the other one that skill triggered that day. That was it. So that was a bad day. But only 1 there. We did do better yesterday. I think we got about 5 skill triggers out of Suicune yesterday, which is a little higher than average if I remember correctly. I think we were only expecting 4. But we did get 5. For everybody else, Gardevoir actually performed pretty well yesterday as well. So we were looking pretty good. I did have to swap in the other Blastoise. Try to get a little more milk. Got to a good point where I could swap in this one to get more milk and cocoa because we were starting to run low on cocoa as well and running low on tomatoes that we did not collect apparently the first time. Anyway, but we are doing very well on potatoes, so it allowed me to swap things in and out. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. Things are going well for how things have gone this week. We do have entirely too many apples, thanks to Suicune. So that's what we're going to fill in the pot with. We did get a couple of skill triggers here and there with the Meowscarada, but not enough to really try to make the Keema curry, which we don't really have the ingredients for. I think we might have the ingredients for 1, if any, right now. We did get 41,000 on this, though. But we're getting pretty close to where we can start getting what we need. But funny enough, we already have the ginger, thanks to the skill trigger, the ingredient magnets. So we've already got enough ginger. I believe we have exactly enough corn. I forget exactly which one it is, but we can look at it here in a minute because I'm going to go look at what we've got for the butter curry anyway. We are at Master 9. So we are making progress. I believe Master 13 was our previous record, so we're going to try to beat that as always. So let's see. Dream Eater Butter Curry. We have enough potatoes for, I think, 4 more. Snoozy tomatoes. We're working on that. The cocoa, we have enough almost for 4. And milk, we've got enough for 6. So we're in a pretty good spot there. Actually today we might be able to swap out and start getting the stuff we need for the Keema curry. But let's see, for corn, yes, we have exactly the corn we need, so we don't have to worry about that. And the ginger, we have a little more than what we need, so we're good there. We just need the herbs and the bean sausage. So we already know what to do for those, and we can get that done. So as far ahead as we are, let's double check one last time. We have enough for everything for the rest of the day. We could swap in our big boy Dragonite for the herbs. And then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about the sausage. I think Charizard might be the best bet for the sausage, but I'll have to double check. So Oh, everybody only gained 21 energy? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know what? We have 2 slots that we're really working with for ingredients, so this is kind of working out. Actually, hold on. Let's go ahead and get Dragonite on the team first. Foist, let's get him on a team first. Where you at? There you are. Yep. Double herbs. That's the one we want on the team, and the dragon berries will help a lot. And for the sausage, let's see, who do we want on the team? Definitely not Mr. ABC. Raikou could be interesting, but we can't run both at the same time. Currently, neither Raikou nor Suicune would get a boost from our team members, but Suicune is getting the boost from the event, so yeah, it wouldn't make sense to do that. There is also this guy, which brought in a decent amount of sausage, but also corn, and then there's this guy. And really, we'd need him at level 60 for that to work. At level 60, this one outperforms Charizard at level 60, so we'd have to put in a lot of work. For right now, I'm not really looking to do an investment, so we'll put in the Charizard. That should be fine. And on top of that, nope, I was about to say Charizard will bring in the favored berries, but no. Marowak is a ground type, not a fire type. Marowak is bringing in the favored berries. All right, so we have a solid team right now. We should be fine. Look how overstacked Marowak is. I'm keeping Marowak on the team the entire week, and I'm just going to wait until Monday and collect all of these berries. It may not help much, but it'll be a nice little jump start. So, yeah, I think the team is pretty well set. I think we're good with the team where it's at for now. Once we get everything that we need for Sunday, I can swap back to some other ingredient specialists to bring in what we need for the rest of the Dream Eater Butter Curry. We're actually getting kind of close to the end on that. We only need 1, 2 for today, plus another 6 for tomorrow and Saturday. So we only need 8 meals worth, and a lot of them we've got 4 or 5, some of them even 6 meals worth. So we're getting pretty close to being able to swap them out too. And then the rest of the week we can just run berry specialists. For now, let's go ahead and collect our 40 mains for getting to Master 5. And actually, speaking of candy, we might have a thing we can do. That is one thing that I caught. Why can't I click on that? Nothing else is done. Cool, no worries. We might have a thing that we can do with something that I did catch yesterday, because I am going to show you guys what I caught, because of course, the day that I decide that I'm not going to be able to do a video, we get, where are you at? We get this guy. Yeah, shiny Sudowoodo, yay. And you know what? I never did calculate this one, so let's go ahead and do that. We didn't have any other calculations today. Let's go ahead and get one in at least. I also haven't saved him to the box yet. The other one I did calculate because it was pretty nice, but this one's not going to be so nice because the skills are not super great. Ooh, the UI has changed again. I like. Very nice. Okay, so we got inventory up L, and it shows the level that it's at too. Cool. We've got Dream Shard bonus. We've got inventory up S. Really, the inventory ups are the only thing that are helping this guy. And skill level up M. Well, I take that back. Skill level up M is pretty nice, but it's all the way at level 100. So yeah. And then a neutral nature. This one's okay. Upon re-examination, this one's okay. I initially thought, man, this thing's terrible. It's going to be like a 20 PR, but no, it's all right. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe it's not as all right as I thought it was going to be. I thought this might be a little better. This is not looking good. Only 35 so far. I mean, I thought having the inventory up at the very beginning would be a bigger boost, and I wasn't expecting it to get drugged down so much by the rest. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, just my brain is not good at doing these calculations on its own. So, it's getting worse. Skill level up M. I kind of wish they would, in a way, I kind of wish they would make it to where skill level up does give you a slight bump in the rating for a skill specialist for expected skill count because it does make the skill more powerful, but I get why it's not there. I think it's just an emotional thing where it just doesn't feel good that skill level up is a detriment, as this is showing, when in reality it's a very nice thing to have on a skill specialist. So I think that's kind of why I wish it gave you a bump, because it is preferable to have skill level up. You don't need all 5 sub skills being taken up by skill trigger or helping speed. And skill level up saves on seeds, so it would be nice, but I get why they don't do it. It's just me kind of trying to talk through my thoughts. But it looks like this one's going to settle around PR 30, which is not good. Not good at all. But it is kind of what I expected when I first looked at this. I mean, I do like that it's all 3 ingredients. As you know, for my skill specialists, I like to have the ingredient spread, because they're not on the team to bring in ingredients, so I'm fine with them bringing in whatever, and the more variety they can bring, the more that, you know, if I have them on the team for 1 week, maybe they bring in ingredients that I could use the next week or the week after. So that's kind of nice. That's why I like having all the ingredients on skill specialists. But this poor guy, not looking good. No helping speed, no berry finding, which is whatever. It's not that big a deal. Helping bonus would be very nice. Berry finding, it's a nice little bonus, but not required for a skill specialist. Yep, pretty much gonna be PR 31. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and name this guy S31, which I have decided that I'm not gonna put the skill triggers, the expected skill triggers per day on these Pokemon. It just doesn't really seem to make sense. I mean, it's a number that's going to change based on bonuses, based on their level. So there's not really any point in putting it in there when I'm just going to have to turn around and change it every couple of levels or every week or two. It just didn't really seem to be a good point. So we're not going to do that. Although I wish I had this perfect one, 6.7 per day on Charge Strength M. That's super good. Very good. Anyway. So that was one of them that I caught. The other one, significantly better, that I caught was this little guy. Caught him. He's not exactly what I want, but he's pretty good. I did calculate this one. It did come out to an 84 PR, and it has berry finding at level 25. So this one is good enough that we can invest in, and the reason that I wanted to look at this today is because I want to go to production comparison. And I want to see, between the Croconaw and him, I'm pretty sure I already know the answer, but let's see. Oh, did I not save him to the box? Oh, I goofed. Well, that's an easy fix. Let's go back. Let's just go back real fast. I'm not going to calculate him out because I already know what he's going to be. Oh, I know why, because I had him as a Feraligatr when I calculated him. That's why. So let's plug this in real fast. So we've got Dream Shard bonus, berry finding, skill level up, helping speed S, and ingredient finder M with a serious nature. There it is. And we can go ahead and put that in at level, what is that, 14? Save that to the box. Okay, now we can go to production comparison. I need to clear out my box. I already got rid of all these other Totodiles. That's the one. And then the Croconaw, I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. But let's see. Actually, you know what? No. We have a new method of doing this now. Let's do it the right way. In the Pokemon box, let's do this the right way. View configuration. Let's set to berry strength. Cyan Beach with Figgy berries. That was the only thing that changed. We randomly rolled the Pecha berries, which is normal here anyway. Okay. So Croconaw is 16,181, and I'm remembering now why I was doing production comparison, because I have not messed with this Totodile yet. So let's go back, because I'm silly. I got excited about doing something new that I learned, and it turns out it wasn't the right thing yet. But we'll get there. We're trying to decide if we're going to invest in this guy right now or if we should wait. Croconaw, where are you? There you are. And then versus the Dragonite. That's the big question. Is it worth investing in this Feraligatr or Totodile over the Dragonite? And we'll see. So 9,736 from the berries. Okay. Well, looks like it might outshine. So let's just let's get it to level 25. I believe it can't evolve to Feraligatr till 27. But at level 25 as a Croconaw, we're already getting 7,000. Hypothetically, let's go ahead and put it at 27 as a Feraligatr. It is slightly less. Slightly less. So, oh, well, we also haven't locked in Cyan Beach. Nope, significantly more. Almost double. So it is worth the investment. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to get this guy to level 27. I love that you can just hold the button now. It's so nice. We're going to get this guy to 27. And we're going to go ahead and evolve him. He that finishes our mission for using candies. He is going to do some fantastic work. Level 25, now has berry finding. And we're going to evolve. And we can use him for the rest of the week. And this is going to significantly help with our berry gains. I wish I had this guy at the beginning of last week. Like I said, this isn't exactly what I was hoping for with the berry specialist, but given everything that we have, this is a much better Totodile than we've ever found. And with how long it took to find one that was this good, it's probably going to be several years before I find a better one. So, oh, it can evolve at 23. Is it the Gen 1 starters that evolve at 27 then? Somebody evolves at 27 that's always stuck in my head. Maybe it's the Gen 1 starters. Even the Croconaw surprisingly outperforms the Dragonite on Cyan Beach. I mean, barely, but still surprising. As strong as the dragon berries are, I thought the Dragonite would outperform. But we finally have a Feraligatr that's worth investing in. And yeah, we will swap this guy in on the team as soon as we get enough ingredients. I know it's a little early to invest in him, but watch, now that I've invested in him, I'm really just jinxing everything for tomorrow, because that means that tomorrow when I catch that Totodile, if it shows up again, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be helping bonus and berry finding at level 10 and 25, exactly what I want. So really, I'm just playing the long game. But let's go ahead and make some lunch before we get out of here and see if we can get an extra tasty. That would be really nice. It would really make me feel better about this week. No luck. But that's okay. 40,220. And that means that we are going to maybe be Master 10. Maybe not. It looks like we're kind of far. Maybe not. Let's see. Where are we at? Maybe? No, probably not. No, about 4/5 of the way there. We're almost there. Getting very, very close. We only need another 15,000. Yeah, we'll get there pretty soon. For Master 13, we need 1 million. I'm pretty sure we can do 1 million. We could be super cheeky if we decided to get some extra corn and ingredients for Keema Curry. We could be very cheeky and throw in Flareon and try to get some extra Keema Curry towards the end of the week. But for now, I'm just focused on making sure that we get Sunday taken care of. And then last thing before we go, let's check. We have 1,048 sleep points. Okay, well, I think it's probably time. Now that we're going to be back on track for the rest of the week, it's probably time to go ahead and start buying some of these. I'm probably not going to catch the Suicune, but at least I can use the incense to get some nice XP and dream shards, which we desperately need. And then while we're here, since we have so many sleep points, I'm going to go ahead and buy the main skill seed so I don't have to worry about that later. Reminder, make sure you buy that main skill seed. It is invaluable. Free to play or premium, doesn't matter. Main skill seeds are very, very good to have. So make sure you buy it. Do not let that go. And we'll probably just buy a ton of biscuits to turn those into great biscuits once the Suicune event is over. So for now, I'm just going to let my dream points. Wow. Wow. My Suicune mains, I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to build them up. I would kind of want to see where we're at the end of the week. And yeah, that's, well, oh yeah, we did get a mission done. I forgot we got more mains. Another 50 mains for the 100 candies in that for alligator. Very nice. Cool. All right, well, that is gonna wrap it up today. Again, sorry for no video yesterday, but life happens sometimes. It is what it is, and we're gonna recover and move on, and it looks like we are doing well. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click the join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon, sleep, and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, a good rest of your week, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 of the second week of the Suicune Research event, and we are having us a good old time. We actually got 100 sleep points today, so maybe our sleep report will be pretty interesting, but we are going to start off with 13,828 sneaky snacking. It seems like with every passing day, the amount that Marowak brings in from sneaky snacking just gets that much better. We're also going to grab 25 diamonds for going to bed on time and 100 sleep points for sleeping more than we should have, but it is what it is. 1,179 is our grand total, and I'm back to not remembering dreams again, so that's fun. I kind of like remembering my dreams. They're wild and crazy. With 1 Pokebiscuit for the daily lottery, that is pretty good because we are running kind of low on biscuits. All right, so that said, we are gonna we're gonna jump into, I got sidetracked with the daily lottery again. We're gonna jump into the sleep report and see if we can get something very, very nice. Okay, so we've got 9.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, sounds about right. 51% snoozing, very well could be. Yeah. That last hour that I just let my alarm go off every 10 minutes and just kept hitting snooze probably did not help, but I guess that is appropriate. Snooze for snoozing type. Makes sense, I guess. A lot of 3-star sleeps. That's very good. I'm kind of sad that I don't have a luck incense. This feels like it could have been a good time for it, especially given that I used a particular other incense that will help out with the dream shards, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what that looks like here in a little bit. I see 2 Eevees and Eradicate already. What else do we have? A lot. And a 1-star Suicune. Okay. Well, let's see. We've got, come on, Suicune, Sudowoodo, Psyduck, 2 Eevees, Slowpoke, Raticate, Squirtle. 2 Raticates, actually. Both the 3-star. 13,600. Yeah, that would have been a good one for another luck incense. Unfortunately, I only had the 1. I have a focus incense, and I just have to try to figure out when I feel is going to be the most optimal time for it. So that'll be interesting. But for now, we have a lot of interesting stuff. We're not really worried about catching the Suicune because we have a very good one. So I'm just going to let that one sit as is. We could catch the Eevee. What else are we worried about? We already have a very, very good Suicune. We have no reason to try to catch another one unless it shows up shiny. If it shows up shiny, we'll try to catch that. But for now, I think we just conserve our biscuits. There's not really anything else really worth catching here. So we'll just go ahead and catch another Eevee. And of course we get a big hit. And we'll see if we can actually get a good one. We still need that good Vaporeon candidate. There were a couple that we found in the live stream a few days ago that were pretty solid candidates, but I just don't feel like it's quite what I'm looking for yet. Of course, we're going to send out the Suicune candy. We got 103 mains. Very nice. Very nice. You know, that just made me think they could put in a festival type of incense. I don't know what we would call it, celebration incense, event incense, or whatever, that increases the amount of the event resource that you get. In this case, it increases the amount of mains that you would get from the Suicune research. I don't know, maybe that would be a little too busted. It would definitely be very expensive, but it could be interesting. We are going to get 4,950 research XP and 13,695 dream shards. Does get multiplied by a little bit from the dream shard magnet or bonus, not magnet, yeah, dream shard bonus on one of our Pokemon. And this Eevee is level 15 and mild. So let's see. We have milk, cocoa, milk. Not quite what I want to see. I'd rather milk, cocoa, but honestly, doesn't matter. It's a skill specialist. And we've got energy recovery bonus. Nope, not what we're looking for. Ingredient finder, no. Dream shard, no. Helping speed, finally, something we're looking for, but all the way at level 75 with inventory up L. The only two sub-skills we actually want. At level 75 and 100, with a mild nature, we are definitely not keeping this one. But just out of curiosity, let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. Probably not going to be very good. Yeah, 22 is pretty bad. The tag on my shirt keeps wanting to poke up and tickle the back of my neck, and it is very uncomfortable. All right. Yeah, 24. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. So yeah, definitely not keeping this one. We are going to send this to the professor. I still want a send to professor button right here. Slide the OK button off to the left, send a professor button right here with a confirmation screen so that nobody accidentally sends to the professor. And then we'll be happy. It'll be a good day. It'll be a very good day. But for now, let's just move on. We'll let this run in the background because it is going to take a hot minute and there's no point sitting there just trying to fill dead air about an Eevee that we know we're not going to keep. We'll just let the rating run just out of curiosity and move on. We did get another 570 sneaky snacking, and it looks like we got something going on in the main menu. No new news, but we did get a medal. What do we got? What do we have? Number of times sleep tracking ended within 30 minutes of the previous day's end time, 230. This is actually a medal that you want to get quite often. So try to make sure that you start and end your sleep time within 30 minutes. I believe there's one for starting as well. Let's see, because those do give diamonds. Let's see, times cooked. Nope. Where's it at? Bedtimes met. That one doesn't give diamonds, I don't think. No, that's dream shards, which are very good. But we're looking for steady wake up. Yes, this is all diamonds. Number of times sleep tracking started within 30 minutes of the previous day. So this is consistent bedtimes. So steady bedtime, steady wake up. Those are the two that you really want to focus on. Making sure that you are constantly, or at least very consistently, going to bed within 30 minutes and waking up within 30 minutes at the same time to get those for the free diamonds. I think there are some other medals that do diamonds, but those are the most easy ones to control. Subskill Siege. You don't say. You got my attention all of a sudden. Gonna be a very long time before we get that 63,000 one though. But yeah, those two for sure. Those are what I wanted to point out. Little pro tip. Even though I don't stick to it very well, but you know, maybe you'll have better luck than me. That Eevee was a 27 PR and we got 48 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that doubled up. Very nice. And we also got 17 mains, which means we did get at least one that was not level 5. We got a level 1. All right, well, very nice. Everyone else is level 5. Interesting, very interesting. No level ups today, but that's okay. We are gonna get them soon. Okay, all that out of the way, let's go ahead and check Suicune first. Suicune did pretty well, not as well as the day before, but pretty well yesterday. A double there would have really made me feel better, but it is what it is. We did get ×4. A lot of berries, That's very good. That might be, between Suicune and Blastoise, might be enough to push us into Master 11. Let's check Victory Bell real quick. Tons of tomatoes. 30 tomatoes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And a double skill trigger. Very nice. All right, this is a pretty good way to start the day. Pretty good way to start the day. just to see what Marowak's inventory looks like now. Boop, 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 boop. It just keeps on going. It's a lot of berries. A lot of berries. But we're going to continue to let Marowak overstack just because I'm curious to see what it's going to turn into next week, regardless of where we go. Still haven't decided where I'm going yet, but I just want to see what it's going to look like. It's my first time overstacking. It kind of just happened by happenstance. Like, I wasn't planning to overstack with Marowak, but once I saw his inventory, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try. I'm going to see what I get after a few days of overstacking. We'll see how things go. But we do have some breakfast to make. We only have enough potatoes for lunch. We have plenty of apples. We are, let's see, Friday, Saturday, we have plenty of milk then, because we only need 60 total. How are we looking on the others? Tomatoes, we still need a few more, because we're going to need enough for 5 more. Let's see, for 6, we need 90, right? Yes, we would need 90 tomatoes, so we're a little over halfway. And then for cocoa, for 6 of them, we would need 72, so we're almost halfway. Cool. I think by the end of today, we can swap in and get the others taken care of. I would like to, if I wasn't doing the overstacking thing with Marowak, I would have put the Feraligatr in there. But I really want to keep that stack. I really don't want to claim it. I just want to hold on to it and see, but I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. It would also help with Suicune's ability as well. So we got 40,220. I also just realized there's no game audio, and I'm not sure why. There was game audio before I hit record. Now all of a sudden there's not. So that's weird. 360 sneaky snacking again. A couple of Suicune triggers could actually help that. Could actually help with getting our ingredients where they need to be. At the very least, we will have berry gatherers all day on Sunday. Let's see. Or maybe there is audio and it's just very quiet. I feel like I heard it, but maybe that was just my brain filling in the empty space. So let's see. We are very close. Got plenty of milk. We don't have to worry about that. Cocoa, yeah, we got a ways to go. But I think we have about half of what we need for Sunday for the rest of this. So of course we have plenty of corn and ginger. We figured that out yesterday, so we're not worried about those. However, the sausage, we need 24, 48, 72. So we're over halfway there, so that's good. And then the herbs is gonna be 81, I believe. So we are, yeah, just a little over halfway there. So we're very close to being done with the herbs and sausage as well. So I'm hoping, you know what? Yeah, let's see how today goes. I might swap in. We also had a very bad skill trigger day with Gardevoir last night. That's why I left everybody on the team instead of swapping out for Berry Specialist, because everybody on the team was at like 40% energy when I went to bed. I don't know what's going on with Gardevoir this week, but it ain't helping my case. So we've also had some bad luck. We probably could have been a lot farther if it wasn't for that. But let's go ahead and collect these missions. We stuck to our bedtime 3 times for 50 mains and cooked 12 times for another 50 mains. And then nothing else has been done yet. So that's all right. We should get... We'll get most of these. Maybe not the befriend 10 Pokemon, just depending on how the rest of the week goes. But for now, we should get most of them. So we're doing all right. And then we've got 898 mains. So I think we're going to do a thing again where we just go ahead and bring in a Suicune for the extra XP and Dream Shards. And then let's see. How is our incense situation looking? I have plenty of growth incense. I just want to save those for good sleep days though. That's really the best time to use them. I have 1 focus incense, so we'll probably save that for Sunday night. That'll probably give me the best chance of getting something very, very good. We have a decent amount of other incense. I could get more mains with some of the others, but at this point, we might as well just use the Suicune incense. Even the expensive one, we're getting most of that back on the sleep research. We just got 103, I think, is what it was. So spending 160, getting 103 back, basically we're only spending 60, and getting a bunch of dream shards and XP out of it. So that's what we're going to do with that. At this point, I think yeah, we'll just leave the Suicune mains where they're at right now. We already bought the main skill seed, which is the most important thing to buy. Waterstone could be good to have on hand. But also, yeah, for now, I think we're just gonna leave it as is. We had a pretty decent day. It wasn't the best day we've had during the event, but not bad. Things are going well. We are on track to, hopefully, our goal was Master 13. I'm pretty sure we're gonna beat that. I don't see a reason why not. We have basically an entire 3 days, so let's see. An entire 3 days, we've gained about 740,000 in a few days. So let's see if we can add another 600,000 to this. Let's shoot for Master 15. I think that's going to be the goal. I think Master 15 is what we're going to try to hit. I feel pretty confident that we can, but still also not overly confident to where it's like, yeah, we're for sure going to do it. I like challenging myself to the ones that seem like a reasonable challenge. Like, I could do it, but there's also a chance I could fail. I don't want to be like, oh, let's do Master 13. And it's like, yeah, we're pretty much guaranteed to do it. I like the challenges that have a reasonable chance of failure and success. So Master 15 is going to be the goal. Let's see if we can add another 600,000, 615,000 if we want to be technical, to get to Master 15. And to be honest, I probably did the math wrong because I'm super bad at math in the morning. So, you know, maybe I did the math wrong, but we're going to try for Master 15. So let's see if we can do that. For now, we're just going to let the team continue to stack up ingredients and everything. And if we need to, worst case scenario, we have this overstack of a ton of berries that will likely be, almost certainly be a sizable amount more by the time Sunday night rolls around. If I have to, we'll collect it. That'll be our little, what's it called? Our little nest egg. So if we have to, we'll collect it. If not, we'll hit Master 15 and we'll use that at the start of next week. But for now, that's the plan. Things are going well, and we're going to continue to hope they go well, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that is going to be the video today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. And an extra special shout out to Uperlights. Thank you very much for your generous donation on Ko-Fi yesterday. I appreciate it very much. And while you're down there, I skipped a whole thing. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button, and you can get early access to the videos and a bunch of other perks. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep and a whole lot of other stuff. And other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6, the second to last day before the end of the Suicune research event, week 2, and the event as a whole. And hopefully we can get something pretty nice. I did get 100 sleep points, also got 13,283 sneaky snacking, but we are going to be a little bit concerned about that Masquerada. We may have to do something about that, but for now, we're going to grab 100 sleep points. And that puts us at 1,279 for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up, let's see what we've got, 15 more diamonds. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report. We know one thing we're going to get. We talked about it last night, or yesterday's video, not last night. We didn't see each other last night. We talked about it in yesterday's video. That's what it was. But let's see what else we can find. We're going to get, I know we're going to get a full amount of sleep, just barely. I stayed up way too late last night again. It does look like we're gonna get a slumbering type though, so that's good. Maybe we can also get a natural Suicune while we're at it. That would be very, very nice. I don't know. We definitely should have the drowsy power for it. Are we over 1 million? Yes, we are over 1 million. I forgot I hit Master 13 last night. So we are at 103 million. We do have the drowsy power to see a natural Suicune. It would only be the 1-star. I don't think I have enough for the 2-star, but maybe that incense will be the 2-star. We already have both 1 and 2. We're only looking for the 3, but maybe. We did get in a top belly Mr. Mime, which surprisingly is not new. A lot of stuff there. There's the Suicune. Okay. So actually, it looks like we do have a new sleep style. So we've got the Suicune, we've got Quaxly. Suicune is not shiny, and that's pretty much the only way I'm going to try to catch it. Golduck, Ekans, Totodile, Igglybuff, Mr. Mime, another Squirtle, and what else do we have? We already know what we're probably going to try to catch, but let's see. Let's see what else we've... Oh, nice. Overturned Blastoise. Good amount of Dream Shards and XP too. Very nice. All right. And that actually completes all of the Blastoise sleep styles for now. You know, honestly, I'm kind of surprised a year in, they still haven't said anything about the 5-star sleeps. So yeah, every now and then I get reminded about the 5-star sleeps, or I think about it. I get reminded every day, but every now and then I think about it. No one's hungry. Wow, that's kind of lame. But every now and then I actually think about it and realize we still haven't heard anything about the 5-star sleep. So I'm wondering what that's going to be about. I mean, yeah, Quaxly is probably the better catch for us here. We did get that pretty good Totodile the other day. Quaxly, we're still looking for a solid ABB. Totodile can kind of step back on the priority list because we have a good one. Quaxly, we still don't have a good ABB, so that's what we're going to focus on. And I don't think I'm going to catch anything else today. I think I'm going to leave it for now. Like I said, Totodile can kind of take a back seat on the priority list, and we don't have too many biscuits to really just throw around. Of course, we are going to send out the Suicune candy. And actually, how much candy do we get every time Suicune shows up? 10. Okay, so that's a pretty good amount of candy every time it shows up just for the 1-star. And we got 97 Suicune mains, so very good. 6,024 research XP and 15,841 dream shards. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and look into this little Quaxly guy. Let's see what he's got going on. Level 14 in Serious. Apparently I did not click on the Quaxly like I thought I did. All right. Let's see. We do not have the ABB we're looking for. That is unfortunate. ABA is not what we wanted. If it's good enough, we might be able to use it while we continue to hunt for ABB, because at least it's AB. But so far, not starting off great. Actually, no. Skill level up S is actually pretty good. The main skill on Quaxly line is actually very good. And Ingredient Finder S. We would have to do some seeds on this, but given that... I mean, honestly, it's not bad. Given that we don't plan to use it long term, I don't want to put any seeds into it. I don't see any reason to put seeds into this if we plan on finding a better one. But overall, not bad. Specifically, let's look at count B, because that's ultimately what we care about with this one. Surprisingly very high. Of course, it is going to drop at 60 because we unlock soybeans. But if we never get it to level 60, which I doubt we would while we're hunting another ABB, it actually may not be that bad. So, you know what I think we should do with this one? Instead of going 60 to 75 to 100, because we're never going to get it there, let's just go to 50. Yeah, actually pretty good. Pretty good for the leeks. Ooh, no, it's not. 12 a day? I take it back. It is not good. Not good at all. Let's see, 25. No, not 25. 30. 10 a day. Nope, not good. Not good at all. What if it's a quackwaval? Does that help? Ingredient count B. Let's just go to 50. Probably not going to help much. I mean, 16 is better than 10, but it's not by much. What about a level 50? Only 20. Yikes. Yeah, no. So our Doug Trio outperforms this by a lot, which is just a nice little reminder that if it's not ABB, it does not outperform what we already have. Wow. So we definitely need ABB and ingredient finder at 10 or 25, it looks like, and definitely an ingredient finding nature. Let's just real quick, let's run an experiment. Ingredient finding nature. Let's just say we got lucky and got quiet, and then run it again. How are we looking at 30? 30 is at 20. 24. Okay, but let's say it's ABB. Okay, 30 is still going to be the 20. But what about level 60? Oh, I forgot to put 60 in the calculation. Let's see. This one should hopefully be better. Let's see. Come on, level 60. Hurry up now. Taking your sweet time. 48. That is a lot better. It's a lot better. I don't think that's how many we need to cover a full day's worth of ingredients for meals. But between the two, between Doug Trio and this potential quackwaval, if we could find it, we could make it work. We could at the very least stock up on some leeks and not have to worry about it. What I really need to do is stop using leeks in my random meals and yeah, move on. But we are going to send this one to the professor, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's see what we've got going. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't had any news of any kind of significance other than the maintenance. I think that's the only thing we've had during the Suicune event. I thought we'd get a little something. Oh, maybe. Oh no, it's a medal. I was about to say maybe I spoke too soon, but no new news. We just got a medal. What did we get? Fairy types, 300 studies, a medium handy candy. Ooh, okay. Spoiling me over here. All right, for our community reports, we're going to get 40 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that doubled up. Very good. Oh, no, I accidentally clicked off, so I didn't see how many mains I got. That's unfortunate because I don't know how many we were at before. I definitely see. So there a couple days ago, we thought I didn't get any mains. I probably did, and probably just did exactly what I just did now, where instead of clicking next, I clicked outside the window and it just shuts the whole thing down. So I don't actually get to see how many mains I got today. So that's unfortunate. But what's not unfortunate is that we got plenty of potatoes for now. That is unfortunate that we didn't get a skill trigger there. We definitely need that. We are running kind of low on potatoes, but that 15 actually should help get to where we need to be. This double skill trigger should also help. When I went to bed last night, the team was at like 50% energy because Gardevoir was slacking all day yesterday. So at least we're starting off with a double skill trigger. The herbs there will help, except my bag is full. So let's go ahead and make some breakfast. Let's get the breakfast done. The Dream Eater butter curry, of course. Yeah, we're not in a good place for potatoes at the moment. Let's not use the herbs. Let's use the mushrooms. We'll just throw, no, you know what? No. Let's do the apples. We have plenty. It's not going to increase the score by much, but it's only 2 ingredients, so there's not really a whole lot we could do. Best case scenario, we're going to get an extra 200 points. Unless we throw in tails, then it'd be 600, but no worries. So 40,220 for this Dream Eater butter curry. And we are going to be doing pretty well. This does not put us to Master 14, I don't believe. I don't think so. No, not even halfway, but we are doing all right. Master 15 is the goal. We're less than 300,000 away, so I think we can do it. It's actually looking more like a guaranteed kind of thing, unless I just really screw up. Getting to Master 16 would be a real challenge to do that in just today and tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to set that as the goal because I don't want to keep changing it, but 15 is the goal. Stretch goal, 16. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the stretch goal, is to get to Master 16. Probably not going to happen, though. I think they are the exact opposite. Master 15 is looking like it's almost certainly going to happen, and Master 16 is looking like it's almost certainly not going to happen, but we'll get somewhere in between. Okay. Before we depart, let's check and see how our pantry's doing, because as you saw, the potatoes are not doing well, but maybe the rest is fine. No, the cocoa is in a bad place. I only need 8 more, though. If I could get 8 more cocoa, I could swap. Yeah, I could swap Blastoise out for the for Ralligator that we have now. Tomatoes we are great on. We only need 30, so Victory Bell is not on the team, so no worries there. And as soon as we get the potatoes we need, hopefully sooner rather than later, I can swap out Meowscarada for maybe the other Crocodile. Either that or put Blastoise back on the team just for the ingredients and the berries, because those berries are very strong. That actually brings up an interesting question. Who produces more berry strength between the Crocodile that we had and our Blastoise? Because with the level that our Blastoise is at, he might be comparable. It's actually close. Not that close. Not close enough that I would put the Blastoise on the team over the Crocodile, but pretty close. Out of sheer morbid curiosity, what if I did this? What if I just got it to level 23 and evolved it, and that's all I invested? 2,000 difference. It's not really. Not worth it. Not worth it for the candies just for a day or two. So yeah, we'll leave it as is. We do need to also get Dragonite on the team, so probably do that instead of the Crocodile now that I think about it, because we are still a bit short on what we need here. We need Charizard too. We need the sausage. So yeah, my whole idea of putting the Feraligatr on the team, not gonna pan out. We will put, yeah, we're gonna have to put the Dragonite and Charizard on the team to get that sausage. I was hoping we would get more from the ingredient magnet drops, but did not pan out that way. So that is unfortunate that we have to do that, because that means we are still not getting the full effect of Suicune's main skill. The second week has kind of gone in a very weird way, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. We do have a mission complete. It's not the Suicune missions. We are all done with those, but did give Snorlax 1,830 berries, and that gives us 1,540 Dream Shards. And the rest should be pretty easy. We only need to give out 1 extra biscuit that's not a bonus biscuit to get the mission for the 15 biscuits. Befriending Pokemon, probably not going to happen. I don't really see that happening, just based on our current biscuit situation and where we are now in the event. But for now, we do have the ability to buy another incense to use tonight. We're still at 851, so we're not losing too many, and we've already bought the main skill seed, so the big ticket item is already purchased. I wouldn't mind buying a bunch of these biscuits, but let's go ahead and buy another incense. We'll use that tonight. Yes, we'll use that tonight. We'll get another Suicune. Basically just looking for a shiny chance at this point is the only way I'm going to catch it. Like I said earlier, only way I'm going to catch this Suicune is if it's shiny, which would be nice, but extra XP, extra Dream Shards, extra chances to see a shiny. That's all it's there for. Not going to catch it otherwise. Not even going to try, to be honest with you. And yeah, we are actually in a pretty solid place. Things are looking good. We look like we're on track to hit our goal and finish out the last week of the Suicune research event strong. So that is going to be the video today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And for $5 a month, you can get early access to the videos every day and some other cool perks. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. And other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7, the final full day of the Suicune research event week 2, and we are starting off with 42,278 sneaky snacking. See what I mean? Every day the Marowak gets better and better with the amount of sneaky snacking it brings in, but we've also got a couple of helpers on the team. I put for Ralligator and Croconaw on the team overnight because we're in a pretty good spot. We're in a good enough spot with our ingredients that I felt like it was going to be okay to let them run overnight, but we'll fix that a little bit later. We'll mess with that, and we are going to grab 98 sleep points. I didn't quite sleep the full 8.5 hours. I woke up a little bit early today to do a thing with some cool guys, but I'll tell you more about that later on. For now, we are going to grab our daily lottery, and that's going to be a Poke Biscuit, which we do desperately need. So that is good, and we also have a grand total of 1,377 sleep points. And let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and get this knocked out. Hopefully we'll get something good, but we shall see. Slumbering would be nice, but with how I slept last night, I don't think that's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if I get the dozing because I was very restless. No, somehow still got slumbering. Sweet. So, I think that's slumbering. Nope, it's still dozing. Never mind. Still dozing because of all that tossing and turning. That was a lot of slumbering, though. I thought for sure that was going to turn into slumbering. Just enough dozing, I suppose. But we are going to get the full 8 spawns. I did use another instance last night. You know exactly what it is. Basically 117 million drowsy power, and that means we should have some good stuff show up today. And a top belly pincer is kind of interesting. That is a new sleep style as well. So there we go. Getting more and more every day. I am curious when we're going to get some more sleep dex goals. Probably when we get the new island, I would hazard to guess. But we did get Suicune, Slowpoke, Krogunk, Toxicroak, Psyduck, Golduck, Psyduck, Slowking, and of course the top belly pincer to round it out. So we are living large right now. We have a good amount of dream shards, a decent amount of research XP. That a top belly pincer is adding a lot more to it. All right, well, is that the last pincer we need? It is. That was the last one. Pincer is now finally complete in the sleep decks. Very nice. Okay, so let's see who's hungry. Psyduck's hungry. All right. Unfortunately, the Suicune again was not shiny. We're gonna keep trying. Let's see. Out of everything here, there's not really anything I do want to catch, so I think we'll just yeah, we'll just go with the Psyduck. Will we? Or do we go with the Krogunk? We do need a better Krogunk. You know what? Let's feed 2 berries to the not berries. Wow, 2 Poke Biscuits to the Krogunk. Let's see what happens. Well, there we go. I'm going to do something super risky. I'm going to feed the Krogunk 1 more biscuit, hope that it doesn't go hungry, and then I can feed it 1 more biscuit to take it home. Don't get full. Don't get full. Don't get full. Okay, good. It didn't get full. My gambling paid off. Sometimes gambling pays off, but only here in Pokemon Sleep. Another big hit. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. You could have done that on the second one. All right, well, for now that we've got that, we're going to bonus biscuit on the Psyduck. We're going to take home 2 Pokemon today. There we go. Job done. That's all I really care to catch right now. I'm hoping hoping that Krogunk is going to be a very good oil gatherer for us. We will just have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see how things go. But we are going to send out the Suicune candy, of course, because it's the Suicune event. We send out as much Suicune candy as we can. Another 99 mains. We're looking very good. Things are looking up. We got 6,657 research XP. Not quite enough to level up, but we will level up, I think, tomorrow. And then 17,135 dream shards. Very good. Very good. Okay. It's up to you, Krogunk. Level 14 and Timid. It's not triple oil either, so that's unfortunate. Ooh, and the skills are not good either. You know what? Inventory up M at 75. Helping speed and inventory up M. The two skills that are actually good. Speed of help down. We're not even going to calculate this. We already know this is going to be bad and we don't care for it. And just to show, I'm going to start the calculation. We're going to see how bad it is at the very start. Terrible. We're not keeping this one. We're moving on. Already moving on. All that good luck did not pay off. Psyduck, it's up to you to save the day. Level 14 Impish. All Coco, which, you know, skill specialist. So not really too concerned about all Coco. What we really want is skill triggers, but we already have a really good one. So helping speed, that's good. Skill level up, also very good. Berry finding, good. Inventory up, also good. Skill trigger, nope. Inventory up again. And then ingredient finding down is actually not terrible. It's not what we want. Again, not going to be as good. Not going to be as good as what we have already. Let's see. Yeah. Really, helping speed and skill level up are the only things that are going to be able to help this Psyduck for a while until we get to level 75, but that's a long ways away. So this one's probably also going to live with the professor. Unless one of you dudes wants to adopt this one, feel free to intercept it on its way to the professor, but it's definitely going to someone else. So yeah, not good. Two easy catches, which I guess poetic justice that they were very easy to catch and then not good. But yeah, not good. Not what we want to see. At level 25, 4 triggers a day, could be as high as 6.7. Not good. Not good at all. That is unfortunate. Most unfortunate. And this is taking forever. Okay, well, we're going to let this run. We know we're not keeping either one. You know what? I don't even know if I care to let this one run. I'll let it run. I'll let it run just for people who may be curious. But I don't really care to see this one. I already know I'm going to send it to the professor anyway. No questions asked. And speaking of no, there is no new news. There are no new medals either, but we do have new community reports. We're going to have about 49 of them. Nice. I think that's the closest I've come to getting 50. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That doubled up. Very good. Very good. And how many mains did we get? 31. So that means we did get one person at least that is not a level 5. That is the same person as the other day when I mentioned when I took the day off. They were also the same one that gave me a main, not doubled up, but gave me a main. So interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's see here. Let's get into breakfast before it gets too late. We do have a couple other things that need to be done, but let's do breakfast first. I'm going to go ahead and collect from both of these two because I know, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're about to make a big breakfast. It's fine. No skill trigger. Really? Really? How helpful of you. At least we got a double skill trigger there on Gardevoir. That's good. That is what we need. So maybe Suicune can trigger today. And if Suicune does get a couple of triggers, that could help us get back to the berry specialist as quickly as possible. We are, of course, making the Inferno Kimakuri. So let's throw in some mushrooms. Let's throw in some... you know what? Let's gamble. Gambling paid off once already. Let's see if it'll pay off again. Probably not because I said that, but let's see. And then we'll throw in the rest of the apples. All right. Come on, gambling. Come on, gambling. Work for me. It didn't work for me. Not this time. But 74,947 is very nice. Very nice. Okay. PR 30 on that Psyduck. Told you we weren't keeping it. Hey, look, it's lunchtime already. And now you know why I was speeding through everything. Good thing I did. All right, cook 17 times. Mission is now complete. We are also pretty much guaranteed Master 15 at this point. Yeah, 1.379. We're gonna get that just from lunch. And that's before. You know what? Actually, hold on. Hold on. We may not make dinner tonight. We may. Let's see how it's looking. Maybe I cleared out the, I did clear out the inventory on Feraligatr and Croconaw a little too quickly. Yeah, we have enough to make lunch. Honestly, this may wrap up our Suicune event right here, essentially. Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Make another one. We'll, this time, we'll just throw in a bunch of apples. We can get those very quickly. And we'll throw in a few milk, just, you know, just cause why not? And if this one goes extra tasty. No, it did not. So no extra tasties today. That is unfortunate. 64,726. That's pretty much going to put us at Master 15, if not very close. So let's see. Does that give us Master 15 or not? I don't think so. Oh, just barely Master 15. So just like that, we hit our goal. Maybe I chose a goal that was a bit too easy. This one feels like I didn't really have to try all that much. Just had to stick with the plan I was already doing. But we did reach our goal. And now we know for next time, set our sights a little bit higher. If we wanted to get to Master 16, we'd have to get another 330,000. We didn't get any extra tasties on breakfast or lunch today. So I don't think we were going to be able to close that gap. So while 15 was a bit easy, I think 16 would have been almost impossible. Unless we just got extremely lucky and the exact right set of circumstances happened, I don't think we would have made Master 16. So maybe we could have aimed for, you know, 1.5 million. We might set that as a stretch goal now. Since it's looking like 16 is impossible, we'll just try to get 1.5 million, but we'll let our berry specialists get us there. For now, we actually don't need to make changes to the team now, since we don't need the ingredients. We are gonna keep Marowak on the team because of this. That's why. So I don't know. Maybe I will go to Taupe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I kind of only want to go to Taupe just because Marowak was on the team stacking those berries, but I don't know. We did get a medal out of something. I don't know what we did. What did we do? Master 15, I bet, on Cyan. Yep, Master 15 on Cyan. That does give us 2 small handy candies. Again, feels like kind of a low reward for getting to Master 15. Maybe 2 medium candies would have been better, but maybe I'm just being greedy. All in all, not bad. Another 704 sneaky snacking. I will let the other two go ahead and just overstack again for Alligator and Crocodile. We'll let Suicune overstack them a little bit. We are going to get our rewards for cooking 17 times. We got 1,540 dream shards, and we gave out 15 biscuits for 3 small handy candies. And if I can, you know, make sure to go to bed on time tonight and get some more diamonds, which we do need. Outside of that, there's only one thing left to do for the event, and that is to buy one more incense that we are going to use for tonight. Let's buy that. And then let's make sure that we leave enough points to buy one more incense that we're going to keep in our inventory. So let's buy the biscuits, because those will convert into great biscuits once the shop closes. Let's buy those, and let's make sure we are left. Nope, that won't be enough. I'm trying to think back on the other events, the Raikou and Entei event, on if we actually got mains for the Sunday night research. I think we will, but I don't remember. So I want to make sure that I leave enough mains to buy that last incense just in case. And actually, I think I'm going to hold off there. I'm not going to buy the other stuff just yet. I want to see what happens tomorrow. I could have bought the water stone, but I think the great biscuits will be more valuable in the long run. If I do get mains again tomorrow, then I will be able to buy that water stone and we'll get that done. So we'll just have to wait and see if we do get mains tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure we do. I'm just not 100% confident, so I do want to hold off and make sure that I have enough, since we can only have one Suicune incense in our inventory at a time. And even though I put it on the stump right now, it is still technically in my inventory, so I can't buy another one. But we're gonna have one more chance at a shiny Suicune. Maybe it'll be a good way to start next week. But now that it's all pretty much done and dusted, how do we feel about it? Honestly, I feel like the Suicune event went pretty well. Especially given that we got a Suicune that is, you know, PR 99. But I did like the bonuses, and I like the fact that we could go to a different island for week 2. I wish we could have gone to whatever island we wanted on both weeks, but it's a nice compromise, I guess. And even if I did go to Cyan on both weeks, my area bonus is maxed out there already. So it is what it is. It's not the worst thing, but it's a nice compromise. At least we're able to go somewhere else for week 2. So that's not bad. That's pretty good. I mean, the event periods, that doesn't really matter. The exchange ends on Thursday, so that's when our biscuits will convert to great biscuits. The ingredients definitely helped, but I feel like my ingredient Pokemon are strong enough that I didn't really notice much of a difference there. But it is always nice to help out so that you don't have to worry as much. The skill triggers, those were a bit weird. And I've noticed that a lot of other people have had similar issues, that the skill trigger rate doesn't seem to actually be multiplied. The Suicune is not triggering as much as I would have expected. Now, I do feel like a lot of people have misunderstood. This skill trigger is only for water types. Or the skill trigger multiplier is only for water types, so you wouldn't expect to see it on something like Gardevoir. But for me specifically, I feel like I didn't notice it as much on the Suicune, but I did notice it for sure on the Blastoise. So it's kind of weird. I definitely felt like I got more skill triggers on Blastoise than I normally do. But then the Suicune, I feel like I'm not getting even the average number a lot of the time. So I'm not really sure what is happening there. But it's a nice bonus when it works. And I guess RNG is just RNG, and I can't really hold that against the event. The Oran Berries, of course, is always a nice touch, because at least you know what's going to be set in advance so that you can try to hunt Totodile. Didn't work for me, but at least we knew in advance. Of course, the pseudo balance sleep is always a nice thing. And same as with the Entei event, having the boosted main skill levels is very nice. And then getting the big Snorlax on week 2, also very nice. And then for the second Sunday of the event, our drowsy power will be multiplied by 1.5. So we'll have a really good drowsy power tomorrow, which is good for trying to get that 3-star. I don't even know if we would have enough for it, to be honest with you. We're sitting at, if I get 100, about 140 million right now. Multiply that by 1.5, that'd be, what is that? About 210 million if I were to go to sleep right now. But the 3-star sleep estimation, it's not even settled. Let me show you what I'm looking at. The estimation is 275 million. So even with the 1.5 multiplier, I wouldn't have enough to even get it, let alone get it and have other stuff show up. But maybe with 210 million or whatever it ends up being by the end of the night, maybe I do have enough to get a natural 2-star sleep. I definitely have enough for the 1-star. So maybe we'll get lucky and see 2 of them tomorrow. That would be cool. But yeah, all in all, I feel like the event was pretty good. It kind of lined up with my feelings of the Entei event. I definitely feel like they learned from both the Raikou and Entei event and evolved them over time, which is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. It kind of means that the one that went first, Raikou, kind of gets the more lackluster event, but it's also meaning that the events are getting better and we don't have to sit through 3 kind of okay events until we get a next set of legendaries. So that's fine. But all in all, went pretty well. I would say solid 9 out of 10. I don't really know that I have really too many complaints. Actually, I don't think I have any complaints, to be honest with you, other than maybe some of the stuff in the main shop. No, I take that back. I do remember my one complaint. My one complaint is that I feel like I got far less mains from friends than I did in the Raikou and Entei event, more so between the Raikou and Suicune event. It could have been good RNG. Maybe I just got really lucky with the Raikou event and got a bunch of mains from friends and just got very lucky rolls. Maybe that's the case. But even with the Entei event, I feel like I got more mains from that, from friends. This one, it feels like getting the 2 mains from friends didn't work out. I feel like I had fewer friends giving me mains and less mains per friend. So it didn't really feel like it worked out. Maybe if I went back and added them all up, it would be more than what I'm thinking. But just off my feeling of what I got, I didn't feel like it was a lot. So kind of seemingly an unnecessary nerf there. So that's why it gets a point off. So 9 out of 10, final score. I think that this was a pretty solid event. It's a good template for building events in the future off of. Maybe add or tweak a couple of things here and there, and I think we're in a pretty good spot. Again, small nitpick is I wish we could go to whatever island we wanted on both weeks, but being able to do week 2 is at least a nice compromise. So all in all, 9 out of 10, good event. Looking forward to see what we get tomorrow to truly wrap up the Suicune event, but I think we're pretty much done for the week. I don't plan to make dinner. We're gonna have a good start to next week. And yeah, we're gonna have fun next week wherever we go. Still don't know where we're going, but that's gonna be it from me today. So let me know what you think about this event in the comments below. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you rated it if you'd like. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, YT, Husky Star, and Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button and get early access to the videos and a bunch of other cool perks. While you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord and come and join us. It is in the description box. Come join us to talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, a good rest of the Suicune event. And until next time, later, dudes.